After receiving the results from my previous prototype of this application, I could implement new features. While following the Designing Mobile Experiences courses, I learned a lot about playful design, social media, artificial intelligence, and privacy by design. In this video, I will explain to you what new implementations were added to the application based on the courses I followed. I will explain why I chose these implementations and talk about implementations I designed but didn't use. Then I will talk about the feedback I got from my target audience and how it improved my application. Finally, I will tell you my future plans for this application. Because the average student uses their phone on a daily basis, I want to add state-of-the-art features in my application. The goal of these features are to motivate the user doing their household tasks and helping them in a playful way to accomplish this. An example of such a feature is the implementation of Facebook. Using different features of Facebook which are already familiar with the target audience really improves learnability and efficiency of certain actions. Inviting new roommates in the application can be done by searching Facebook friends in an implemented Facebook plugin. Another example of a state-of-the-art feature in a new prototype is an interactive chatbot. With use of machine learning, the chatbot can respond quickly to frequently asked questions, which improves the customer service. The application is unique because it's focused on motivating people doing household tasks. The application motivates users by using smart implementations of playful design, machine learning, and social media aspects. With the use of an intelligent chatbot and a live countdown to a certain deadline, it overtakes other household task applications entirely. When building the final prototype, I tried to use the exact same layout and colors from the previous prototype. On top of that, I tried to visualize more information in the application, which aided in making the application playful. Motivation to use the application can be greatly improved by playful design, and because organizing a household is not inherently fun, motivation is very important. Implementing a customer service which gives quick responses in a playful way was one of my strategic social media objectives. That is why I implemented the chatbot in the final prototype. The chatbot uses machine learning to give the best responses, which maybe seems a little bit overdone for this application. However, it proved to be very useful for a reliable customer service and thus the final prototype. Another very important improvement to the previous prototype is the use of anonymous profiles. This prevented the need of some personal data and added to the playful design of the application. The fun aspect of coming up with a goofy name and picking a favorite animal to represent yourself proved to work very well for my target audience. These were the most important features that were really important for my target audience to improve the experience. Of course, I had to test these features with my target audience to see if they really felt an improved experience. Not only did I perform tests with my target audience, but with fellow mobile designers as well. My first test was a sketch test. During this test, I showed my ideas for implementing a scoreboard which showed which user completed their task the quickest. I wanted to know how this could help make the application more playful. Because I was really unsure about this idea, I performed a test with one of my fellow mobile designers. He gave me invaluable feedback which led to not implementing the feature at all. The second test was a user test which I performed with a fellow mobile designer as well. The goal of this test was to see if the social media implementations were efficient and clear to use. To test this, I asked another mobile designer to perform certain tasks. The results were valuable, and because of them, I could improve the implementation of Facebook. It was also clear that the rating system was not really working and that it had to be improved visually. The third test was an A/B test where I compared two different ways of implementing a chatbot. The goal of this test was to see which of these would be the most efficient to use. I tested both of the chatbots with someone from my target audience and got promising results. I could conclude from the results that the chatbot was surprisingly valuable to the customer service. The final test was another user test where the goal was to see if the target audience deemed it necessary to have an anonymous profile. I wanted to know what they thought would be the pros and cons of having an anonymous profile and how this would affect on their use with the application. The results were not really valuable or interesting, sadly. I tested it with an individual from my target audience and he thought It was a fun addition to the application, but it didn't really matter to him whether he should provide the application with his personal data or not. I had a lot of fun working with artificial intelligence in my application. Using speech recognition instead of a chat system would be really interesting to implement and is something I definitely want to implement in a future prototype. Next, I want to have a look at the possibilities of playful design in my application, because I have the feeling that I have a lot to learn about this and how to implement this. Thank you for watching.